How to stop miscommunication from destroying your team. One misunderstood email, one casual remark taken the wrong way, one assumption left unspoken. Miscommunication doesn't just cause awkward moments, it destroys trust, drains engagement, and slowly erodes even the best performing teams. Picture this: a project derails because two members interpret ASAP differently. A manager assumes everyone knows the deadline. No one seeks clarification, and it's missed. A team member feels undervalued because their ideas weren't explicitly acknowledged in a meeting. These are small cracks, but left unaddressed, they widen. Miscommunication isn't just noise. It's the silent killer of morale, credibility, and collaboration. In this video, we'll break down 5 proven strategies to stop miscommunication before it breaks your team, so you can foster clarity, build stronger relationships, create alignment, save hundreds of wasted hours, protect your team and your sanity. Let's dive in. 1. Install clarify over assume. As a team, value miscommunication often stems from assumptions. A missed instruction, a vague task, or silent agreement, each creates a disconnect. The first step to fix it? Make clarity a team-wide responsibility, not just an individual act. Start with one shift. If you doubt it, ask. Encourage questions, model curiosity, and eliminate shame from double-checking. Build it into your team's habits. After meetings, ask, what needs repeating? After emails, what's the one thing you're taking away? Make these questions part of your team culture. Example, a product team embedded a 3-minute clarity check into their weekly stand-ups. Everyone was required to restate action points in their own words. Within weeks, redundant emails were cut in half, and confusion over ownership nearly vanished. The idea is simple but powerful. Don't assume everyone heard what you meant. Instead, normalize surfacing confusion before it turns into chaos. Even confident professionals misinterpret when pressure's high or deadlines are tight. Also, educate your team on the cost of assumption. Use real moments where miscommunication wasted hours or delayed outcomes, and reframe those moments as learning opportunities. Clarity must be an active practice, not a passive expectation. By turning clarification into a ritual, you lower the chances of silent errors and raise the bar for shared understanding. And when every person knows it's safe and expected to ask questions, your team becomes stronger, faster, and far more resilient under pressure. 2. Use structured communication frameworks. Free-form messages often create more questions than answers. To combat this, structure must become part of your communication DNA. Start by adopting reliable frameworks: SBAR, situation, background, assessment, recommendation. Let's say you're alerting your boss about a vendor issue. Situation, the vendor failed to deliver on time. Background, this is their 3rd late delivery. Assessment, they're affecting launch timelines. Recommendation, pause further contracts until reviewed. Clarity, context, next steps, all in one. 5W plus 1H for team tasks. This format, who, what, when, where, why, how, ensures no part of a request goes missing. Use it in Slack, emails, and briefs. Never assume context is shared. Decision memos. Use these when multiple options are on the table. They structure team thinking and prevent rambling opinions. Example, a marketing leader shifted creative requests into a template system using SBAR. The result? 40% reduction in revision cycles and tighter handoffs across departments. Beyond formats, XBLA and why structure matters. Tell your team, structure is not bureaucracy, it's clarity. When you introduce these frameworks, train people in them too. Don't just enforce, educate. The more consistent your formats, the less cognitive load your team faces. Structure reduces emotional friction and eliminates ambiguity from tasks, decisions, and deadlines. 3. Embrace multiple communication channels. Wisely, a major cause of miscommunication? Using the wrong channel for the wrong message. Texting a complicated idea? Risky. Emailing emotional feedback? Often disastrous. Map each message to its ideal medium. Need precision and permanence? Use email. Need rapid feedback or short syncs? Go for Slack or Teams. Handling misalignment, feedback, or emotions? Prioritize face-to-face or video calls. Train your team on this logic. Don't assume everyone knows what belongs where. Example, project manager sent emotionally charged performance feedback via chat. It was read as hostile, triggering tension. When they switched to one-to-one video discussions for feedback, employee morale and retention improved. Also, set channel norms. For example, Slack is async. No need for instant replies. Email requires 24-hour turnaround. Urgent items equals call or tag with urgent. Define what quick or urgent means. Don't leave these terms open to interpretation. Encourage people to ask, is this message suited to this format? Just that small pause can prevent tone errors, oversights, and dropped context. Communication is not just about words, it's about delivery. Using the right medium can be the difference between connection and confusion, between team alignment and fractured execution. And in remote or hybrid teams, this alignment of medium to message becomes even more essential to building trust and preventing friction before it starts. 4. Build active listening and empathy into culture. Even the clearest message can fail without active listening. That's because understanding doesn't come from speaking. It comes from how someone receives, interprets, and responds. Embed active listening into your daily rhythm. Here's how. Ask team members to echo key points after discussions. Practice reflective questions. So you're concerned about X because of Y? Coach managers to validate emotions. It sounds like that delay frustrated you. Let's talk through it. Empathy fuels trust, and trust reduces miscommunication. Example, a remote team added a listening exercise in their weekly calls. One person shared a recent challenge, and others had to echo it before responding. Misunderstandings dropped drastically, and people started feeling genuinely heard, not just managed. Empathy isn't about being soft, it's about being tuned in. The more you understand your team's perspective, the more accurately you communicate instructions, feedback, and praise. Also teach this. Listening isn't passive, it's a skill that can be trained. Role-play scenarios. Analyze how tone shifts meaning. Make feedback a two-way process. Train your team to pause before responding, not just to think, but to make space for the other person's intent to land. Miscommunication often stems not from what was said, but what was assumed about the tone or motive behind it. With empathetic listening, the space between speaking and understanding becomes much smaller and far more meaningful. Active listening turns communication into a two-way street. Without it, people hear words, but miss meaning. With it, trust grows, morale rises, and results improve. 5. Standardize check-back mechanisms. One of the simplest and most effective habits for stopping miscommunication is the check-back, a small step that ensures a big impact. Here's how to embed it into your team. Use confirmation prompts. Just to recap, I'm doing A and B by Thursday, correct? You mentioned X is the priority and Y can wait. Got it? These may seem redundant, but they prevent misfires that cost hours later. Add review rituals. End meetings with, in one sentence, what's your next action? After giving instructions, ask the listener to paraphrase it back. Example, one product lead created a confirmation sheet in meetings. Before closing, each person typed in their next step and deadline. Over time, project errors fell by over 60% because everyone left with the same mental map. Make this a norm, not a one-off. Require confirmations in Slack or email. Encourage verbal recap during one-to-ones. Also, reinforce this message. Clarity is confirmed, not assumed. If someone doesn't confirm, they probably don't understand. That's not their failure. It's a cue to reframe or simplify. Checkbacks are how alignment becomes visible. Without them, you're guessing. With them, you know exactly where your team stands, and they know what's expected every time. Conclusion and call to action. Miscommunication doesn't have to mean breakdown. Miscommunication is normal, but destructive only if ignored. By embedding clarity rituals, framing messages effectively, choosing channels mindfully, listening actively, and seeking confirmation, you build trust, improve alignment, and save countless hours. Your team won't just talk, they'll really connect. If this video helped you rethink communication, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who leads a team. In the comments, tell me which technique you'll try first, or share your biggest communication challenge. Let's build teams where clarity is a strength, not a luxury.